What's going on, world? Welcome back to the TYSK Report. I am here, and so are you. So let's go ahead and dive into that tech news that's lined up for you, starting off with one of the biggest announcements of 2025, Stargate. OpenAI and SoftBank are starting a $500 billion AI data center company. A plan to build a system of data centers for artificial intelligence has been revealed in a White House press conference, with Masayoshi Son, Sam Altman, and Larry Ellison joining Donald Trump to announce the Stargate project. Their companies, SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle, along with MGX, are listed as initial equity funders for $500 billion in investments over the next 4 years, building new AI infrastructure for OpenAI in the United States. According to a statement from OpenAI, ARM, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Oracle, and OpenAI are the initial tech partners, with a build-out currently underway starting in Texas, as other sites across the country are evaluated. It also says that Oracle, NVIDIA, and OpenAI will closely collaborate to build and operate this computing system. In a press conference announcing the project, which has been rumored since early last year, Son and Altman spoke directly to Trump, insisting that the project only happened because of his election victory. And to give us a little bit more insight related to this press conference, let's go ahead and hear from OpenAI's Sam Altman.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era, and as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President, and I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about, but the fact that we get to do this in the United States is I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
All right, so it looks like the race for AI supremacy is on, and the United States is looking like they want to make sure that the world knows that they want to be number one and become the dominant player when it comes to artificial intelligence. Now, with OpenAI, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, those are a lot of big companies who in 2024 had a lot of great things that happened with those companies. But one thing we can't forget about is that technology is global, and we can't count out China, because I believe they are also cooking up something where they might make an announcement, and some of their big companies might be banding together to do the same thing, or they could secretly be doing that already and working on something that they want to shock the world with. So as time moves along this year, things are going to get extremely interesting and also exciting, and we can hear many different stories throughout this year about the US tops China doing this, or China tops the US doing that, and it can go back and forth, or we might get a unknown player that's going to come in, maybe the EU or maybe some other place within the world, who might have some type of AI technology that is going to shock the world and cause a ripple effect. But since we're speaking about projects, let's go ahead and talk about wearables. Researchers develop a way to power wearables through human skin. The dream of battery-free devices has taken an unlikely turn as Carnegie Mellon researchers debuted Power over Skin. The technology allows for electrical currents to travel through human skin in a bid to power things like blood sugar monitors, pacemakers, and even consumer wearables like smart glasses and fitness trackers. Researchers noted the tech is still in early stages. At the moment, they've showcased the tech supporting low-power electronics like this LED earring that is pictured here. It's similar to how a radio uses the air as the medium between the transmitter station and your car stereo, notes CMU researcher Andy Kong. We're just using body tissue as the transmitting medium in this case. All right, so this is some very interesting technology, and of course it's in its early stages, but I believe as time moves along and they make this technology better, we could possibly one day see this technology being implemented into the likes of an Apple Watch or a Samsung fitness tracker or other devices that are considered wearables where no battery is needed, but your skin is going to be able to power that device. And I wonder if that's going to be better in terms of not only the longevity of that device, but also your health as well, because instead of having to continue to charge that device through the current methods that we have for charging wearables, your body is going to be able to do the charging, which would reduce the amount of electricity that is needed to power the wearables that people wear today. Also, in addition to that, I wonder as time moves along and if this technology gets to a point where it's going to be utilized even more for different purposes, will we as humans become the guinea pigs for these companies, where we are going to be powering these devices and giving them all all the different research they need to do whatever it is that they do with research. So very interesting things are always happening in the world of tech. Time moves along, and if any news arises related to power over skin, I'll make sure to keep you updated and bring that news to you. In the next article we have, Tencent introduces Hun Yuan 3D 2.0 AI that speeds up 3D design from days to seconds. Tencent has unveiled Hun Yuan 3D 2.0, an AI system that turns single images or text descriptions into detailed 3D models within seconds. The system makes a typically lengthy process, one that can take skilled artists days or weeks, into a rapid automated task. Hun Yuan 3D 2.0 uses two main components. Hun Yuan 3D DIT creates the basic shape, while Hun Yuan 3D Paint adds surface details. The system first makes multiple 2D views of an object, then builds these into a complete 3D model. Hun Yuan 3D 2.0 produces more accurate and visually appealing models than existing systems according to standard industry measurements. The standard version creates a complete 3D model in about 25 seconds, while a smaller, faster version works in just 10 seconds. Tencent has shared nearly all parts of their system through Hugging Face. Developers can now use the code to create 3D models that work with standard design software, making it practical for immediate use in professional settings. As 3D content becomes increasingly central to gaming, shopping, and entertainment, tools like Hun Yuan 3D 2.0 suggest a future where creating virtual worlds is as simple as describing them. Alright, so that's just some of the latest news from Tencent, and this AI system looks like it's going to be extremely helpful for the people and professionals who are going to be able to use it. But in addition to that, I believe as time moves along, people who don't know anything about 3D models but want to build 3D models is going to get an opportunity to utilize not only this tool but other tools where they are going to be able to be creative and create whatever comes to mind. I think this technology is going to not only get faster but sharper, and it's going to become even more seamless and user friendly to where everyone across the board is going to be able to use this tech. And with that, it gives you the opportunity to explore these tools and utilize them in some form or fashion to create something that others might be interested in. And since we're speaking about a company that is over on the eastern side of the world, let's go ahead and talk about a company out in Hong Kong. HKUST researchers develop small multifunctional biomedical robot. Researchers from the School of Engineering of Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, or HKUST, this week said they successfully developed a small multifunctional biomedical robot. With a profile of just 0.9 millimeters, the organization claimed the robot is 60% smaller than the typical models available on the market. According to Shen Yajing, our study provides a significant solution for developing a surgical robot aimed at achieving early diagnosis and therapeutic goals in hard-to-reach areas of the body. With ongoing technological advancements, we believe that the fibroscopic robot will make greater contributions to human health in the foreseeable future. The university team said the robot is capable of imaging high-precision motion in multifunctional operations like sampling, drug delivery, and laser ablation. It also offers competitive imaging performance and obstacle detection. This enables the robot to find applications in narrow and challenging channels of the human body, such as the lungs and bronchi and oviducts. The HKUST researchers said they tested the robot in the virtual bronchial models in ex vivo porcine lungs. During the test, the robot demonstrated smooth navigation in tight spaces while successfully capturing clear images and performing treatments in difficult areas. So it looks like in the future, robots are going to be everywhere. Not only are they going to be walking amongst us in their humanoid robot form, they're also going to be finding their ways within the bodies of many people around the globe. So with this technology, things are going to get very interesting, because in this video right here, I talked about Neurobionics and the device they created that could be utilized for the brain. So within 10 years, we can hear something on the news related to how some small tiny robot was able to help treat a person with some type of disease or issue that they were dealing with for a very long time, due to the fact that this tiny robot was able to administer some type of medication or antibiotic that was needed to remove that disease from the person's body. Also, the healthcare industry is continuing to embrace technology globally. In the future, we could possibly get to a point where these tiny robots could be sold on the shelves of the stores near you. In the next next article we have, U-Boat Works finally launches its revamped electric super sub. Electric submersible specialist U-Boat Works has unveiled bona fide images of its flagship electric super sub. The revamped model, designed to provide customers luxury, speed, and depth at sea, has officially been launched and is available to interested marine explorers. U-Boat Works shared the images of its 3-passenger super sub, which has design features of a droplet-shaped hull and advanced wing configurations, which, according to U-Boat Works, helps make it one of the most hydrodynamic submersibles ever crafted. The electric sub's streamlined design is complemented by a 4-thruster propulsion system that delivers 100 kilowatts of thrust and speeds up to 10 miles per hour underwater. The vessel can also complete 45-degree climbs and impressive incline underwater maneuvers. The super sub is powered by a 62 kilowatt battery pack that offers up to 8 hours of exploration using electric propulsion and hydrofoil technology. If you're wondering how much a luxury 3-passenger electric submarine costs, well, we're not sure either. We asked, but U-Boat Works says it only shares pricing with its applicants. So I'm also curious related to what the pricing is going to be, because this submersible looks like something that I would want to ride in and explore the world that's happening underwater. So as time moves along, I do wonder if some company or some startup or some person in some garage is going to build the technology to where people could place some dome or a place that they could go to and hang out underwater, and they could use this submersible to get to that place and then back up to land to their current place. It's always fun and interesting to think about what else could happen related to this technology and how it could be utilized for other purposes outside of its original purpose. Let's move on to the next article. China's artificial sun sets nuclear fusion record and runs 1,066 seconds at 180 million degrees Fahrenheit. China's artificial sun, officially known as the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak EASE, has achieved a groundbreaking milestone in fusion energy research. According to the Chinese Academy of Sciences, CAS, EASE recently sustained high confinement plasma operation for an unprecedented 1,066 seconds, shattering the previous world record of 403 seconds, also set by EASE in 2023. The 1,000-second mark is considered a critical threshold in fusion research. Sustaining plasma for such extended durations is essential for demonstrating the feasibility of operating fusion reactors. This breakthrough, accomplished by the Institute of Plasma Physics under the CAS, signifies a major leap towards realizing the potential of fusion energy. The ultimate objective of developing an artificial sun is to harness the power of fusion for humanity's benefit. This includes providing a clean and abundant energy source to address global energy demands and enabling ambitious endeavors such as deep space exploration. EASE record-breaking plasma operation represents a momentous achievement in the quest for fusion energy. This breakthrough not only demonstrates China's leadership in fusion research, but also inspires hope for a future powered by clean and sustainable energy sources. Alright, so that's just some of the latest news related to China and fusion energy. And in other articles, it talked about how this artificial sun got hotter than the official sun. That I'm not so sure about, but we do know that this specific artificial sun got very hot. And with that, I do wonder if this type of technology is going to be the so-called hero that is going to be needed to power all the different technology that is energy hungry. And since this specific artificial sun is out in China, well, the likes of the US and other countries need this type of energy to power not only their data centers, but other future aspirations that they might have related to dominating the AI space or dominating other spaces related to different avenues of technology. So as time moves along, I'm sure we will find out if China is going to be using this type of energy to power the technology that different companies in their home country are building out. In the next article, we have Google and Chromebooks. Google will let you control your Chromebook with your face. Google is announcing a variety of classroom and accessibility-focused Chrome OS features, and one of the standouts is being able to control your computer with your head and facial expressions. The feature, aimed at those with motor impairments, was first announced in early December, but it's now rolling out to more users with compatible Chromebooks, and Google recommends about 8 gigabytes of RAM or more. This isn't Google's first foray into the face as a cursor space. It previously made an open source AI accessibility tool for Windows games called Project GameFace, which was also announced for Android. Alright, so this is some cool tech from Google, and it looks like they are starting out 2025 with some exciting news, and I'm thinking thinking that this is the introduction into how we are going to utilize computers in the future, I believe there could be two different modes that comes with utilizing a Chromebook or a MacBook or a PC from Windows. I think over time, other people who don't have motor impairments are going to be able to utilize this technology, and that is going to be the first mode. But then the second mode is going to be able to utilize AI agents where you can talk to it and tell it what to do, and then it's going to be able to click around on your screen and type in your screen and perform the different commands that you've given it. So that's just some of the latest news when it comes to the world of technology. I hope you enjoyed the video, and to continue to stay informed, check out these two videos right here and stay tuned for the next video.